Hi students, in this session I'm going to discuss NEET 2020 question paper. Let's see the first question. Hydrolysis of sucrose is given. Hydrolysis of sucrose is taking place and we are getting glucose and fructose, and they're asking us to find delta G in a question. Okay, delta G formula is minus RT ln of K, and here R value is 8.314 because we want in joules, and temperature is given in the question, that is 300 Kelvin, and ln of K value is given in a question, that is 2 into 10 power of 13. So as per this, substitute directly, we get an option 2. And question number 137, take 2 bromo pentane, 5 carbon, second position bromo, and when we are doing a reaction, elimination reaction takes place, beta hydrogen will be eliminated. We have 2 beta hydrogens, either from this is CH3, right? This is CH2, either from first carbon hydrogen, or this hydrogen can undergo elimination. We can get 2 products. Out of 2 products, more substituted alkene is a more stable as per Sage-Jeffs rule, or Sage-Jeffs rule is a major product which gives pent 2-ene. Here dehydrohallucination takes place, in the sense H and Br goes as an HBr. Option A, B, C, 3 are correct, and option 2 is correct. Next question, 138. Identify the correct statement from the following. Pig iron can be molded into a variety of shapes. It is in the sense like we have an initially that kind of pig shaped one used, they used to in industries, that gives a pig shape. That's why the name is given to that iron is pig iron. We can mold it not only in a pig kind of shape, we can mold it in any other kind of shapes. And here wrought iron is impure form. No, wrong answer. This is wrought iron is one of the purest form. Blister copper means bubbles of SO2 comes out from the copper. And vapor phase refining we do for nickel, but by Mond's process, not by Van Arkel's process. So first option is correct answer. And see the next question. Faraday is required, the number of Faradays is required for 20 gram of calcium chloride. They're asking for calcium, they're asking. In CaCl2, calcium is in +2 state, +2. It gains 2 electrons, then it can deposit as calcium. Means 2 Faraday charge is required to deposit 40 gram. Then for 20 gram, exactly half, how much is required? So 1 Faraday is required. 1 Faraday. In short, I'm discussing Cr3 plus 2 plus chromium atomic number is 24. Electronic configuration is organ 3d54s1. And here we need oxidation state to remove 2 electrons. So 3d4, 4 in the sense 4 number of unpaired electrons here, and answer will be around 4.90. And sucrose on hydrolysis gives alpha D glucose and beta D fructose are the 2 monomers. It is a disaccharide which upon hydrolysis gives. And see the next question. HCl was passed through a solution of CaCl2. When HCl is passed, it first NaCl can be precipitated out, but why not this CaCl2 and MgCl2? I'm not very clear with this option. For a long time, if you pass, this also can be precipitated out due to common ion effect. So once I'll confirm this answer, I'll pin you. Which of the following oxo acid of sulfur has OO linkage? Just draw the structures of all. H2S2O7 pyrosulfuric acid. Let's see the structure here. One more double bond O, double bond O. This is the structure of H2S2O7, and it is not having OO linkage. And H2SO3 and H2SO4 also won't be having. And H2S2O4, H2S2O8, H2S2O8 is having peroxy linkage. Peroxy linkage. This is my option. This is my option. And question number 144. Free expansion is in where external pressure is 0, work done will be 0, and there is no adiabatic condition, Q will be 0, and initial temperature and final temperature in free expansion is same, so the delta T also will be 0. My option is 2. And coming to the 145, here we have a solution of NiOH twice, nickel hydroxide. In that solution, we are adding, in that solution we are adding NaOH. So Here NiOH twice, NiOH twice, it dissociates into Ni2 plus and 2OH minus. So in this solution, this is solubility, let us take S, this, it will be 2S. But we are adding NaOH. NaOH concentration is 0.1, so it is giving 0.1. And coming to the KSP value is very low. KSP is low means its solubility, if you find, it comes very, very less. So you can neglect it directly. And KSP can be formula is solubility, nickel concentration into OH minus concentration whole square, right? So 0.1 power 2. KSP value is 2 into 10 power of minus 15, which is equal to S into 0.1 whole square. Upon solving solubility, you will get 2 into 10 power of minus 13. If you increase the concentration of reactants, number of collisions increases, so that collision frequency will be increased. Urea reacts with the water to form a A. Here we are taking an urea, NH2, C double bond O, NH2. We are taking urea, and when we treat with the water, OH minus ion attack takes place. It attacks carbon, nucleophilic substitution reaction, and these two electron shifts, which results in the formation of this kind of intermediate structure where, and again this two electron shifts here, NH2 minus goes out as a leaving group. Then it results in the formation of, this is an intermediate OH, and one of, again it undergoes this NH2 minus and H plus of water goes as an ammonium. This is this is an A, this is an A. Again, or you can take it as an A. This is again undergoes decomposition. If you take it as an A, again this one COOH NH2 undergoes decomposition, and CO2 goes out, the CO2, and NH2 comes out. NH2 gas will be liberated. This NH3 gas, this NH3 gas reacts with a Cu2 plus, and it results in the formation of CuNH34, which is in blue colored solution. So option 3 is in correct answer. And question number 148, CO and H2 is a combination of synthesis gas. Temporary hardness is due to calcium and magnesium bicarbonates. In diborane, boron is an electron deficient one, which is an, so we say electron deficient hydride. H2O2 is non-planar. So first one is 3, and next is 1, 4, 2, and next 4. Option 2 is the correct answer. And 149, which of the following is cationic detergents? Cetyl trimethyl ammonium bromide is a cationic, remaining are anionic detergents. Match the following. CaO is a neutral oxide. It is already asked in one of the year in a JEE. And barium oxide, if you dissolve in water, you will get an barium hydroxide, which is basic, and this is amphoteric, and Cl2O7 is an acidic, right? So your option will be 2. First 2, 1, 4, 3. 2, 1, 4, 3. Option 3. Which of the following is a basic amino acid? Yes, see here lysine structure, if you observe, it will be having in, this is an alkyl, this is an part of amino acid, this is R will be there. Here R group changes for different amino acid. In case of tyrosine and serine, OH will be there, alanine CH3 part, and including not only OH group also will be there, but in short I am telling lysine, which is having extra one NH2 group. Due to that NH2 group, it is basic in nature. That's why it is basic amino acid. Atomic number is directly proportional to number of protons. Means atomic number is nothing but number of protons or number of electrons. So electrons and proton number is 71 because its atomic number is 71. And how to calculate number of neutrons? Neutrons we can calculate by using a formula, atomic mass minus atomic number. So 175 minus 71 is equal to 104. So your answer is, first when you are going through that, you may mark this option also, proton, electron, neutron, but in a question proton, neutron, electron is given. So 152 is your answer. And just comment me how many of you marked this one correctly. Pattern, just a pattern. If you do a mistake, then you will get a wrong answer, right? message me whether you did correct or not. An alkene on ozonolysis gives methanol as one of the product. Its structure is just simple thing is break a bond and add oxygen, in which case you are getting, you know, methanol, which is also known as formaldehyde, option 4. And in all the cases it's not right, check it, just break a bond and add oxygen. Unyl anium, you know, unyl anium means un and 101, 101, mendelevium correct, unyl 103, trium, lawrencium correct, unnilhexium 106, seaborgium correct, unyl anium is a case where, you know, it is un anium is rongenium. This is rongenium. So this is the incorrect option. Thermostatium is unylium. Actually, unylium. This is 10110. So this is an incorrect option. D is the fourth one, is not, D with the fourth one is not correct. So this is the option which is not correct. And next one is, the following metal ion activates many enzymes, participates in the oxidation of glucose to produce it. Yes, this is an, you know, which is responsible for the transmission of nerve signals. That is option 1, potassium. 156, paper chromatography is an example of partition chromatography. On electrolysis of dilute sulfuric acid using platinum electrode, the product obtained. So take H2SO4. If it dissociates, you know, it dissociates into H plus ion and SO4 2 minus ions, and 2 H plus ions and SO4 2 minus ions. This is, you know, cations moves towards a cathode, and if there it undergoes a reduction, gain an electron and releases hydrogen gas. Whereas SO4 minus 2, it is an anion which moves towards the anode and undergoes oxidation. But when it is moving SO4 minus 2, water also will be there. In water, OH minus. There is a competition between these two. So which one moves up faster? We discussed the trick, right? What is the trick? Reduction potential of, you know, oxidation potential of water is more than SO4 minus 2. So this will undergo, you know, water undergoes oxidation and O2 gas will be released. So at anode, oxygen gas will be released. At cathode, hydrogen gas will be released. And next question, which of the following alkene cannot be made, you know, in good yield by Wood's reaction? Wood's reaction is useful for preparing even number of alkanes, not for odd number of alkanes. We get a mixtures in this case. So N-heptane, which consists of, you know, 7 carbons, so it is an odd number of carbon. This is the wrong option. which of the we cannot prepare N-heptane. Which of the following is the correct order of increasing field strength? Just you have to check that which is a strong ligand. Cn minus is strong, then C2O for 2 minus, F minus, SCN minus. Option 2 is the correct answer. And two Cls, if they combine, no, and it is forming Cl2 during a bond formation, energy will be released. So it is an exothermic reaction. Delta H is negative, which means that delta H is less than 0. And here two gas molecules are there. Those are combining and converting into one gas molecule. Two combining and forming one gas molecule, which says that entropy is decreasing. Delta S is negative. Delta S is negative in the sense its value is less than 0. So delta H is less than 0 and delta S is less than 0. Option 1. And next question, rate constant is given, K value, and time they are asking us to find. Let us see how can you do it. Time equal to 2.303 by K log of A by A minus X, log of A by A minus X. Now time period is 2.303 by K value is 4.606 into 10 power of, just to substitute it, log A by 2 by 0.2. This is 0.2 in the sense 2 by 10. 10 goes up, right? 2 to cancel, log 10 is 1. And 2.301 is 2, sir. So 1 by 2 is 0.5 into 10 power of 3. Then it is 5 into 10 power of 2. Then it is 500 seconds. Option 4. Reaction between benzaldehyde and acetophenone. Benzaldehyde is a case where there is no alpha hydrogens, and acetophenone is a case where there is an alpha hydrogens, and this is a cross aldol condensation. Option 1. And question number 163, BCC is given. BCC root 3a equal to 4r is the relation. We want atomic radius r, so root 3a by 4, and root 3 into a value is 288 by 4. So our option is root 3 by 4, 288. This is the correct option. 164, identify the compound X in the following sequence. When you are adding a chlorine in a sunlight, they may give you chlorine in a UV light, or they may give you NCS. Then in all these cases, we get N-chlorosuccinimide. In all these cases, allylic substitution takes place. This is an allylic carbon. Here chlorine comes and attack over here, and allylic substitution takes place, CH2Cl, and subsequent reaction is one more hydrogen will be replaced and CHCl2, because as per our product we want a benzaldehyde. Then if you do hydrolysis, in a place of 2 Cls we will get a 2 OHs. A hydrolysis, loss of water takes place, and we will get benzaldehyde is your answer. So here one of the intermediate is CHCl2, because we want final product benzaldehyde. And next, due to allylic substitution. Next question, delta freezing point depression constant Kf is given and molality is given, and they're asking us to find depression in freezing point. Delta Tf formula is delta Tf equal to Kf into molality. What is the Kf, my dear students? Here 5.12, and this is 0.078. We will get an answer 0.399, like that we are getting. So round it off, then we will get 0.40. See the next question, incorrect statement they're asking. See the oxidation state of chromium here, +6 we get, and Cr2O7 also +6, but here it is given that both are not same. So both are same, right? Here also +6, here also +6. So this is only our incorrect statement. And measuring zeta potential is useful. What do you mean by here a zeta potential? For example, AGI is there, we are adding KI, then what happens, this is an AGI, and when you are adding in KI, this is a common end, right? Due to selective adsorption takes place, and here this layer will be formed around this AGI, first layer, and this layer around this layer is called as a fixed layer, and around this layer and one more layer will be formed, that is due to I negative charge, this K plus also comes, and one more layer will be formed like this. This is a diffusible layer, okay, movable layer, and this is a fixed layer and this is a movable layer. Due to the difference of these two, potential difference will be created. We call it as Jeter potential, and that potential gives us a clarity about the stability of colloidal particles. And identify a molecule which does not exist, use MOT and find a bond order half into number of electrons in a bonding minus number of electrons in anti-bonding. In He2 case, we will get a 0 is a bond order, so there is no bond between helium and helium, that's why He2 does not exist. Option 2. And identify the correct statements from the following. CO2 is used as an refrigerant. Yes, it can be used as a refrigerant, but solid CO2 can be used, not gaseous. And C60 contains a 12 6 carbon rings and 25 carbon rings. Strong, it is given 26 carbon rings, means hexagonal rings, and 12 pentagonal rings. Reverse, it is given. And so this is also wrong answer. And yes, this is correct. JSM 5 is used to convert alcohols into gasoline, and whereas CO is a colorless as well as an odorless gas. Option C as well as a D, both are correct answers. And coming to question number 170, what we need to do is we need to find total pressure PV equal to, we want to find partial pressure, right? In this question, I'm not reading the question to do it faster. So PI equal to, P total into mole fraction of nitrogen. And because this is they're asking partial pressure for nitrogen, P total already given 27 bar in a question, and you need to calculate mole fraction is x into mole fraction is number of moles of nitrogen by total number of moles, means number of moles of nitrogen plus number of moles of argon. Clear? Now substitute the number of moles of nitrogen weight by molecular weight, 7 by 28, and 7 by 28 plus weight of argon is 8, and its a molar mass of argon is 40. Here N2 is there, that's why I have taken double of this. And substitute and solve it, we will get our answer. 15 is our option. And take an acetone and treat this acetone with methyl magnesium bromide, MgCH3 MgBr. If you treat with this, the CH3 minus goes and attack here, and it comes here. Later hydrolysis takes place, and we get a final product of tertiary butyl alcohol is our product. Okay, fourth option is correct. And see, in this case, anisole we are taking. Anisole, anisole structure is, this is the structure of anisole, OCH3, and where this HI comes and attack. If you see the ethers this side or this side, at least tertiary carbon should be there, then only it undergoes SN1 reaction, but here it undergoes SN2 reaction. SN2 reaction, always nucleophile attacks less crowded side, and cleavage takes place in such a way it results in the formation of product. One is a phenol and another one is a methyl iodide. So option is phenol and methyl iodide. Option 2 is the correct answer. And question number 173, which of the following is a natural polymer? Cis poly 1,4 polyisoprene, this is nothing but a natural rubber polymer. This natural rubber is a natural polymer. And which of the following is not correct about carbon monoxide? It is produced during incomplete combustion, is correct, and it forms a carboxy hemoglobin. Yes, when we inhale this carbon monoxide, it combines with the blood and it forms carboxy hemoglobin. Whenever it combines with that, actually oxygen when we inhale both combines and forms oxy hemoglobin, but whenever we are taking carbon monoxide, then it forms carboxy hemoglobin, and in that ability to take oxygen, it will be decreased due to lack of oxygen, so that the carboxy hemoglobin, why actually it happens? Because once we inhale it, it forms a strong stable complex with the hemoglobin. So this is a wrong option. Affinity is very high between carbon monoxide and the hemoglobin, it is very stable. Which of the following has a maximum number of atoms? So what is the simple trick to find, number of atoms? Number of atoms is equal to Avogadro number by molar mass. Molar mass, Avogadro number is the same in all the cases. Molar mass is a very less in this case. So 6.023 into 10 power of 23 by 7. If you put molar mass higher value, so you'll get a minimum value. If you put less value in denominator, you will get a maximum value after substitution. No need to substitute. By seeing, you can answer it. Which of the following molecules in a set of molecules will have zero dipole moment? Just draw the structures. BF3, this is the structure of BF3, and here all three are in three directions and dipole moment will be zero. And BeF2, beryllium fluoride, it is a linear molecule, dipole moment will be zero in this case also. And carbon dioxide also, it is in linear and dipole moment will be zero in this case also. And here benzene 1,4, dichlor, only key I'm giving you, not explaining clearly. 1,4, and in this case also this is in this direction and attracting this direction, so dipole moment is equal to 0. In all the cases dipole moment is 0. Option 1 is the correct answer. And a tertiary butyl carbocation is more stable than secondary butyl carbocation. Just to draw the structure, tertiary butyl carbocation, this one, and secondary butyl in the sense around a carbon only, carbocation only 2 groups are there, and in this 2 9 alpha hydrogens are present, and in this case only 6. More is the number of alpha hydrogens, more is the hyperconjugation. And next question, carbalamine test is given by only primary amines around nitrogen. If any group is there, then it becomes a secondary amine. See, these are secondary amines and this is a tertiary amine, but only primary amines gives and forms isocyanides. And see the next question, the mixture which shows a positive deviation. Whenever chloroethane and bromoethane both are ideal solutions and benzene toluene ideal solution, whenever alcohol is there, you can mark directly. Here alcohol, it is in, these two are non-ideal, and here alcohol, there is an hydrogen bonding between two alcohol molecules. This is an OH, and there is an another alcohol. Like this, hydrogen bonding will be present, but when we are adding an acetone, this bond will be broken and this alcohol and this alcohol separated, and these will be evaporated easily. So vapor pressure increases when compared to the reactants. That's why it shows a positive deviation from Raoult's law. And see this one, what is a change in oxidation? Option 2 is the correct answer. Change in oxidation number of carbon in the following reactions. CH4, here carbon is in -4 oxidation state, here it is in +4 oxidation state, so the change is -4 to +4. If you observe here 0 here, and it is -1 and it is -1, they may ask you, they're asking only for carbon, so -4 to +4 is our answer. -4 to +4. That's it. This is regarding NEET 2020 answer key. My name is Komali. I'm your chemistry mentor. I thank you so much for watching.